My name is Rebecca Earhart, and I've been in the program for about 3 years now. If somebody asks me what DIS is, I usually tell them that it's a little hard to explain. It's like product design, but it's not just that. It has all of this background of the dual major where it's combining engineering and product design for me in particular, and then it has the sustainable. So you really learn to think through the whole process, and that's pretty much what I end up telling people. When I first came to Studio, I was just really happy that I had found a program like this, because before I found out about this program, I really didn't know what I was going to do. I had come from a background where I'd done a lot of science and engineering competitions, and I really liked those, but I also had this interest in dance and art and things like that, and I couldn't find a way to mesh the two without one being just a hobby. And then I found this program, and I loved the idea that I could combine these two and do something that I was really interested in. And the project base was also a really big thing for me, because my favorite part about the science fairs was really doing these projects and seeing this end result and seeing it all come together. Studio has changed me. I think it's just given me a lot of skills, and I love the experience of it. I'm learning about things that I never even considered about, really thinking about who your audience is and thinking about how all these little details fit in and the whole life cycle of a product. I think it's just given me so many new experiences. The difference between the competition teams I'd been on and here was really just, I think the background is everybody here, although we're all united by the design, come from so many different backgrounds. We're all dueling with, most of us are dueling with something else, but you have engineers, you have mechanical engineers, we have some electrical, then we have communications, management, and a bunch of other things that I've met people who are doing DIS and math or whatever else. My favorite part, honestly, I love the studios and the environment, because everyone is just very, they love doing this. We're all in this program because we love it, and there's been late nights before projects are due and we're all just in studio and we're working, but we're so happy and we're having so much fun doing that. How I've used DIS to make the world a better place, I haven't quite yet. At least I don't think I have. Maybe I have, hopefully. But I have developed some of the projects I've done. I would like to actually take, and maybe after I've graduated, go and find some funding and maybe see those through, and maybe then just take those and directly apply them to the problems that they were meant to solve. After I graduate, I would like to apply DIS in one of two ways. Depending on the projects that I've done, and if there's any interest or any market for them, I might wish to develop those further and put those out there. But I would also like to find a company, maybe a consulting firm, where I could work on a multidisciplinary team with a variety of different challenges and problems where it's a different problem. It's not just working on the same part, and then it takes all of the skills I've learned in DIS and engineering to apply and to solve the problem. My favorite funny story about Studio would be the one where we were working on a team project and we were building these floating shelters for use in emergency situations. But the first day we got into the group, we just marked out how big the raft was going to be on the floor and just sort of role-played like what different situations to try and figure out what we would actually need to include in supplies, like how it was going to work. And it was just so much fun. We gathered all these supplies from around the room, and a stick would be an oar, and then random boxes for the supply chest, and we ended up at the very end sitting there eating pudding on the floor while everyone else in the studio was just sort of staring at us. The advice that I would give to myself as a freshman is learn to draw, because that is going to be very useful. It just being able to put the ideas from your head onto paper to share with other people is invaluable. So that would be my main advice to myself.